It's another beautiful day, boys. Literally fucking sitting in a park, dog barking over there. I apologize if you can hardly hear me. This video is coming basically from the heart and from like shit I've experienced. And it's to do with relationships and like how we function, like, you know, a guy and a woman, how we function together. Fuck, if those dogs like start like my leg. Anyways, the reason like I want to make this video is us young people these days, especially me, like I went through this, I learned the hard way so I can teach to you, is you get into a relationship without actually knowing yourself. You don't actually know yourself properly, truly, as like a human being on this planet. You don't really know entirely what you want and entirely how you react under different circumstances. And now you think that the best idea is going to have a girlfriend. I will tell you that a lot of people I know, myself included, when I see people in relationships, the guys, they're not truly happy. Neither are the women. It's all so like faked, I believe. And I see like, I'm not gonna name like who, but I know someone who's been in a relationship and it's just not working out. It's not working out with them. And you know, instead of taking the leap of faith, you know, the difficult thing and breaking up with this person, of course there's going to be heartbreak. Of course you're going to feel like it's uncomfortable. You're going to feel pain, but it's normal. It's your first heartbreak. Brother, when I broke up with my ex, all right, I'll truthfully tell you, I cried that day. I cried myself to sleep that night. The next day I was sad, and I think I cried like when I was by myself in my room. Like it was just so overwhelming. Like the pain was crazy. But then like the third or fourth day I was like telling myself, all right, now let's use this pain to actually like level up in my life, like get something good. I truly apologize for these fucking dogs, and I hope you can hear me well, but that's when I started to like work on myself. I put all of that energy into the gym, and I made so much progress. Started talking to girls, dating girls, and it's been fun as, but you will never experience that if you stay in a relationship that you don't know. Matter as of a fact, why are you getting into a relationship to start with? You're so young, you don't even know. Like, I was talking to this guy, and he said he asked someone like they're in a relationship, and he's like they're living together and shit since they were 16, and he asked them, and he's like, do you see a future with this girl? And the guy told him no, but he keeps dating her and he keeps sleeping with her and he keeps like fucking being with this person. You are wasting your time, you are wasting your effort. Your life should be focused on yourself, focused on your purpose, chasing yourself and yourself only. When you don't know who you are and what you want entirely, really, none of us really know that until maybe we're like 24, 5, 6. You don't actually know because your body keeps changing. Like 1 year you might think you know it all, the next year you change. So what's the point of adding someone into your life that's going to take up a lot of your valuable and precious time, and you won't actually like, it's quite hard to like articulate it, but think of it like this, okay? Why are you gonna take a test that you did not, this is probably gonna be, I fucking butchered this like an analogy, but why would you take a test, let's say a math test, that you don't know? Why would you take it if you have like no idea about the entire math test that's going to be, all right? Most of you are going to fail. So what you do is you study before, you study maybe for a couple of months, depends, you study the topics in school, something like that. Then the math test comes, you're more prepared, you know what you're doing. The same thing in life and with women. Why are you going into a relationship when you don't even know who you truly are? And of course we can talk about attachment bonding and trauma bonding and all this shit because people don't know it's real. It's fucking real. Like, take this experience from me, okay? I grew up in a household where there was little to no childhood trauma, all right? Basically none. And I got with my ex-girlfriend who, how do I fucking say this without fucking having you bitches in the comments being like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't say this, you're exposing your ex-girlfriend, this is so mean, and you know who you are, alright? You know who you are. That video, I was literally trying because someone asked, for my advice. So you know who you are. Little children running around. So basically, her dad wasn't home, promiscuous mother. She was very promiscuous as herself as well. So of course there's going to be so much childhood trauma. And now you add that to me, and her attachment style of dating is going to be very clingy, she's never really had anyone in her life who's been there for her. So when she starts dating, she's going to expect that person, i.e. me, to be there forever for her. So she was always clinging and holding on to me, and it was fucking annoying because I didn't need to. I didn't have that. I knew what real love was. I never had anyone who left my family. I didn't have a childhood trauma attachment style bonding, because we can talk about those. There's 3 dating attachment styles. You've got the anxious, you've got the anxious is basically you always think they're going to cheat on you, blah blah blah. It's basically I don't know, maybe your parents didn't love you when you were younger or something like that. Then you've got the, what's it called, the one that you always think someone's gonna leave or shit, or maybe that's got to do with fucking beating up and something like that, I don't know. And then lastly, you've got the normal one, the one where 2 people get together and they just love each other and it's just fine and completely normal. Ideally you want those 2. The reason why you see damaged girls going after those alpha dickhead guys is because the girl herself is damaged. And she needs someone in her life to put her on an emotional roller coaster. Look, you'll have this when you start dating, is that you will go out with girls who will tell you if you know what you're doing, they will open up to you and they will tell you shit. And it's I went out on a date with this girl, and she told me so much stuff that I just didn't really need to know. She told me her mother died. She told me this, she told me that. And I was in my head, I was what the fuck? It's our first date. No offense, I'm probably not going to see you again. So you don't need to tell me this stuff. It's let's just enjoy right now the moment. And that's what a lot of people just don't understand. Dating is not about what you're doing after, what are you studying, what are you doing tomorrow. It's literally about present, right now, right here, what you guys are doing. Alright, so you want to talk about the shit you're doing right now, right then. Now, to bring this all back to the initial question of what's the point of actually getting in a relationship when you're so young, is that I know there's people that promote this, alright? And I totally agree. The thing you want to do is you want to focus on yourself. You want to build yourself up. You want to find yourself, alright? If it's with God or without. Preferably it's with God. You find yourself. And then when you're ideally 25, look, we don't need to put an age gap on this, but you find yourself, and then you want to get with a woman who believes in God as well, so she hasn't been promiscuous, ideally 0 partners, and that's how your love is, and it's basically held through God, because marriages these days are bullshit. People can just break up. It's like a divorce isn't really crazy. If you have God in there that's like holding you two together, it doesn't matter if you believe or don't believe in God. Look, we don't have to add religion into this. I'm just saying that religious marriages, marriages, those hold on like the best, because when you have like a girl, usually it's the girl that's got fucking issues, and the guy is just too nice, they're just gonna stay together, and their family's not gonna like it because the guy's just a bit of a bitch, and he's just gonna be scared to break up with her, and then he'll neglect his guy friends. Like, I regret that I did this, because when I had my ex, I stopped seeing my friends that much. I stopped messaging them that much. Of course, I talked with them, but it wasn't as often as I did like now. So that's the thing, like, you gotta take into account as well. Like, one of my biggest regrets is I was supposed to go to Thailand with my friend, my best friend. We were supposed to go to Thailand. My ex basically stopped me. It wasn't like a blackmail or anything, but it was more like, if you go, like, I might not be here in a way when you come back, something like that along the lines. And I took it too much into my head, and I told my friend, I was like, oh, sorry, I just want to focus on myself. When it was complete bullshit. I was just too pussy to let this relationship go and to go with my friend to Thailand, because look, you've known your friend far longer than this bitch. If she's telling you to pick her over your friend, she's wrong, alright? She can't expect you to end a decade or a more relationship. Like, if I get a girl to come into my life, right? And she tells me, look, it's me or your friend, I will tell her to kindly grab her things and fuck off. I know my best friend for like, what, 16 years? No, maybe later. It's like 15, 13, 14. No, probably like 16, 15 years. So I know this guy way longer. We've been through way more shit. He can help me way more than you. You're just some bitch with a hole. So like, look, I'm not like hating on this. I'm just trying to make you understand that relationships are supposed to be sacred. They're not supposed to be like everything people say these days. Like, oh, just get in a relationship. This has nothing got to do with that. Relationships are supposed to be something that you get into when you are serious about. Like, yeah, before that, yeah, spin plates and all this stuff. And look, there's so much shit going on, because you want an ideal relationship, then before that you want spinning plates, but you only want a girl that's like a virgin. But then people will say like, oh, but you're taking girls' virginity and blah blah. Like, fuck. The world is revolving around you, alright? So think about yourself. Don't think about others, really. If you want to spin plates, alright? Spin plates. Don't think about the rest of the world like, oh, but you're not leading by a good example. Bro, you want to spin that plate? Go spin that plate. Who cares if you rack up her body count? You're going to find another girl later in life that you're going to basically have as a wife. That's going to be a virgin. Now, yeah, we might say it's morally bad or good. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're talking about what's best for you. I'll catch you in the next one, brother. Peace out.